Hello, friends. You've stumbled across a short clip from the Daily Switch 2 podcast, which, believe it or not, is a podcast that is about the Switch 2 with new episodes released daily. What will they think of next? Is the game worth $80? Let's talk about this. $80 is a lot of money, especially in this economy. I don't think anybody is flush for cash right now. So Nintendo essentially have raised the expected price of their top-end games by $20 because on the Switch it was $60 until Tears of the Kingdom, and Tears of the Kingdom was $70, and it was the only game that was $70. That was a hard pill to swallow for many people, especially as many people had the impression, oh, well, Tears of the Kingdom is just DLC for Breath of the Wild, and you know, I'm not going to go into that argument. I don't think that's valid, but I understand where people were coming from. Should it have been 70? I would have argued they should have stayed at 60, but they pushed for 70 because development costs and everything else. That's what they said, and but then rather than us expecting, okay, well, maybe every now and again when there's a game that's had a lot of development costs, maybe it'll cost 70. No, they just went straight to 80. And, you know, as I mentioned in the introduction, I'm a developer myself, and I've worked in the entertainment industry for many, many, many years. I know how things work. I've produced many, many movies. I've produced video games. I've produced TV series. I get it. I get having to pay staff. I get the rising costs of creating more and more and more ambitious projects. I understand that. I do think that it's the direction that the games industry was going in anyway. I'm just surprised that Nintendo were the first to release an $80 game and it wasn't Activision or Ubisoft or EA. And in fact, EA have turned around and got some brownie points by saying, no, we're not going to raise the prices of our games to 80, or we don't have any plans to do so at the moment. And that's actually given them some brownie points with gamers in the meantime. And that's crazy. EA getting brownie points for not being greedy and money grabbing. I don't know. It's just not a good look for Nintendo to do that at this time, especially when combined with an already fairly expensive console, and then delaying the pre-orders and talking about tariffs and worrying everybody that the price is going to go even higher, and then raising the price of every single accessory, even things like screen protectors and cases, and $90 Joy-Cons, and my God, it's gaming is not a cheap hobby anymore. But is it worth $80? Sure. Yeah. Yes. Of course it's worth $80 as long as you're going to play it and get the most out of the content. This is a deep game with a lot of variety, a lot to go through. You could play this for hundreds of hours and probably not experience absolutely everything that there is to experience with it. And even then, a racing game, you've always got time trials and things. You can just keep coming back to it over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. As long as you don't get bored, you can have an infinite amount of replayability with a game like this. And, you know, a DVD or a Blu-ray of a movie nowadays would cost you $20, you know, and that's probably you're only going to watch it once and it's only 2 hours. So is there $80 worth of entertainment in Mario Kart World? Yeah, of course, without question, absolutely. It's just a shame that by comparison, there are games with just as much gameplay that you can buy for maybe $10, $20. Certainly $60 games, it's commonplace for $60 games to have just as much content as this $80 game. So I don't buy the argument that, well, this is a specifically premium product. No, you just wanted to raise the price and you knew that people would pay it because it is the system seller, because it is the game that you want to use to make people buy the system, but also you want to bundle it in with the system so that you can say, oh yeah, the game is expensive, but if you buy the bundle, then it's less expensive, and it makes the bundle look like a better value. Didn't work on me because, as I said, I wanted a shelf copy, but stupid me and ended up paying more money. So is it worth $80? Entirely depends on how you look at it. Is it worth buying the Switch 2 for? If there's no other games on the Switch 2 that you are interested in, and you are predominantly a Mario Kart player, and you're just a casual and you just want to have Mario Kart to play at family gatherings when people come around and you have a pizza or you have a few drinks and you just want to play some Mario Kart, is it worth paying the substantial amount of money to buy a Switch 2 specifically to play this version of Mario Kart? Is it that much better than Mario Kart 8 Deluxe? No, it's not. But is the Switch 2 a good console? Yes. Will there be good games on it? Yes. Is this currently the best exclusive game on the console? Yes. So, should you buy a Switch 2 specifically to play this game on day one right now? Well, that's entirely up to you and how much you desperately want to play it. If you manage your expectations and you don't expect it to be perfect, but you do expect to have a very fun time playing a Mario Kart game, yes, I can thoroughly, wholeheartedly recommend this game. If you can afford it, and if you're going to buy a Switch 2 anyway, or if you just love Mario Kart that much and you've been waiting 11 years for a new game that's not on a mobile phone, yeah, why not? Knock yourself out, buy it. Mario Kart. That $80 though. Jeez. Well, that was funny / sad / informative / stupid, wasn't it? Feel free to mentally redact to make that make sense with the clip that you just heard. I don't know what it was. I'm just recording a bumper. But if you enjoyed the clip, please give it a like. If you'd like to hear more, click subscribe, and you can find all the ways to listen to and support the full daily podcast at linktree/dailyswitch2. That's linktr.ee/dailyswitch2. Let's go! Did I sound like I mean that? I do. I really do.